It's all well and good talking about young people, but you've got to talk to young people, haven't you? So we've dragged two into the studio this morning. Josh Oware from Oware Recruitment, which finds careers for people from diverse backgrounds, and blogger Tim Doble, who says the politics of today has got nothing to offer young people. Good morning.
Good morning.
Why, Tim?
Well, it's not so much that politics doesn't have anything to young people. They have the power to offer young people something. It's just that they're not, and I think that's the big situation here. I mean, the average age of an MP is 50. How on earth are the ideas of a 50-year-old meant to represent those of a 20-year-old? I mean, their ideas may be, 30 years out of date. Not that there's anything wrong with having middle-aged people in Parliament. Obviously, they have their place, but the amount of young people in the country and no young people in Parliament, there's just nothing there to represent them.
So that would seem to say, Josh, that if people, but some people aren't interested, but other people just want to get more engaged.
I think so. I think on that, there's a difference between being political, and I think, as Tim says, and as that video says as well, people are engaged with various issues, whether it be kind of feminism or gender or race, for instance. But then there's not a translation to that into the party political system, and there's a gap between being political and the system, as we say, is encased in Westminster.
What are the interesting points about, I mean, the age difference here is that one of the things we asked 1,000 young people was, do you want to see the voting age dropped to 16? 61% said no. Now, if they don't want that to happen, why would they want to go into politics at an earlier age?
Yeah, I find that very strange, actually, that people did vote no. Because at 16, you can have a child with your MP and that would be legal somehow, yet you're not mature enough to vote for them. On what earth is that, sensible? That you're saying that they're, it's okay to have a child, but you're definitely not ready to vote for what the country is going to be run like. I mean, the closest we're offered is the youth parliament, which, as far as I'm aware, has no influence, has no just being in parliament.
So what do you think would it take to get people engaged again, young people engaged again in politics? It's interesting that 49% said that being able to cast their votes online would really improve the turnout at the election. Would that be something that you agree with?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you cannot not move along with the age. I mean, technology is everything now to young people. And it's not in a lazy way, not in a video games kind of way. It's in that is how we get to express our opinion. So, on Twitter, thousands of people, that sort of thing. You can't just, go to your polling station and vote for people you know nothing about, and half of their policies may not be things they follow through with anyway, like with the rise in education fees.
I think there's a PR issue here as well, Josh, isn't there? When we looked at our word cloud, some of the three biggest words that were coming up: boring, lies, and corruption. Now that is a big issue that obviously young people, anybody is going to be disillusioned with that.
I think that's how, certainly from that poll as well, when you look at how that big P politics is perceived. I think when we talk about that gap, I think maybe online voting would be something that is a useful intervention. But you've also got to look deeper than that, and how it is that we're taught to think politically, maybe in education and in school, and how it is that I see my position in society, and how it is also that I'm able to relate things that I'm mobilising for, like whether it be race or feminism or things like this that I mentioned, how it is that I'm seeing that then translated into party politics. We vote for a party where across all of their issues, whereas in daily life I might call myself, I might mobilise on to do with race or for class or for various issues, but not accept kind of a whole party's opinion on every form of policy or politics.
Guys, thank you. Fascinating to hear your thoughts this morning, and it is all about having your views online, which you can do by checking out the website at Stand Up Be Counted. You'll find all the details actually on our Twitter page, which is Sky SUBC, so check that out. You've got all the web details there for you. Lots of tweets this morning, lots on Sky News for iPad as well. If you have a look at that and log in with your Sky ID, it'll show you the full details of the poll which we carried out.